All right. So today what we're going to do is we're going to talk about gases. And so when we talk about gases, we have to be able to talk about some of their characteristics, and we have to be able to talk about some of their properties that are part of those characteristics. And so we're going to start by talking about those basic pieces. And so all gases have reasonably the same behavior in terms of their physical characteristics. Physically, gases pretty much assume the same container that they put them in. Their volume will expand out to whatever container you give them. They will react. They really don't have a whole lot of discrepancies or differences between physical characteristics, which is kind of a good thing. So that's what we're hoping for and what we hope for. But gases are compressible, which means that we can take those gases and we can smush them down tightly into a small cylinder or a bike tire or a car tire, and that's kind of a helpful thing. Whenever we mix gases together, whatever mixture of gases or however we put gases together, you're always going to have a homogeneous mixture of those gases inside that container. They will spread evenly because of the way that the gas particles move. All these physical properties come about because of the distance between the particles inside a gas. There is an incredible amount of space around gas particles when we look at a gas sample. In fact, most of the volume of a gas is pretty much empty space. To illustrate it, if we take any given volume of air and we actually look at the space that the particles themselves take up versus the space of the gas, the space that the particles themselves take up is only about 0.1% of the total volume. The percent sign didn't come out very well there. Probably didn't help, but there it is. It's only about 0.1% of the volume of the total volume of the gas, and so there's not a lot of stuff there. Now, the chemical properties of gases vary very, very distinctly. Okay, some are highly, highly flammable, like methane. So methane is a highly flammable gas. Some gases are not flammable and in fact are used to put out fires like carbon dioxide is used to put out fires inside computer banks and inside computer rooms where you can't use something that's going to damage the sensitive electronics. Some gases are highly toxic and are going to hurt you very, very quickly. Nitrogen dioxide is one of those. It's very toxic. And so you don't want to breathe that in. So that's a big one. And some support life. Oxygen. We would all be not as well along if we did not have oxygen floating around in our atmosphere, because we wouldn't be able to breathe and we wouldn't be able to perform cellular respiration. So that's kind of a big deal. So that's the introduction to characteristics of gases. And that's really all I wanted to talk about. So we have a pretty short little bit of discussion about that and just finished it. So we're going to move on to the next one. See ya.